Module 3, Lesson 11, Buy Now, Pay Later. In this lesson, you're going to learn what Buy Now, Pay Later is, the advantages and disadvantages of using it, and how it can affect your credit score. Buy Now, Pay Later is a type of short-term installment loan used typically for online shopping. It's a type of financing that allows people to make a purchase right now, but actually pay for it later. This type of payment is becoming more and more popular as inflation and the high cost of living continues to make things less affordable. Buy now, pay later loans typically divide your purchase into 4 or more equal payments, with the first payment being due at the time of checkout. After that, the remaining payments are billed to your debit card until you finish paying off whatever it is that you bought. If you decide to use the Buy Now, Pay Later option, you'll either have to fill out a short application with whatever Buy Now, Pay Later company is offered on the website you're buying from, or you can download one of the Buy Now, Pay Later apps and create an account. They'll do a soft credit check and either approve or deny your application within seconds. After that, you can shop with whatever companies they're partnered with. There is no specific credit score required to use Buy Now, Pay Later services, which is another reason why they're so popular and dangerous. If someone has bad credit and doesn't qualify for a credit card, they can still potentially qualify for a Buy Now, Pay Later loan. That's also a dangerous scenario because someone who has bad credit usually has a history of not making payments on time, and a Buy Now, Pay Later loan might only make the problem worse. Buy Now, Pay Later is often compared to layaway plans that were popular before credit cards were widely used. With layaway plans, if you wanted to purchase something but you didn't have enough money to buy it at that exact moment, you could put a deposit down and the store would hold the item for you for a specific number of days. After that, it was up to you to finish paying the item off within the agreed upon time frame. If you weren't able to pay it off, you'd have to pay extra fees and/or cancellation charges. The big difference between layaway programs and Buy Now, Pay Later is that with layaway purchases, you don't get what you want until you finish paying for it. With Buy Now, Pay Later, you have the instant gratification of getting whatever it is you wanted right now. Some of the largest companies in the world have Buy Now, Pay Later as a payment option at checkout. You want to fly somewhere, go on a cruise, stay at a resort? Buy Now, Pay Later is an option. Do you want a one wheel but can't afford to drop $2,000 on it? That's okay. With Buy Now, Pay Later, you can make payments for as low as $90 every month. Or maybe you want a couple of new outfits from Lululemon but don't have $400 right now. That's okay. You can make 4 payments of just $100. Do you need new tires for your car or truck? You get the idea. Buy Now, Pay Later options are pretty much everywhere, and their popularity as a payment option is only growing. Nike, Apple, GameStop, H&M, Walmart, the list goes on and on. Buy Now, Pay Later even works for paying medical bills up to $15,000. To be clear, with the exception of Apple, the companies themselves aren't actually the ones offering the Buy Now, Pay Later loans. They're offered by large Buy Now, Pay Later companies such as Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay, PayPal, Zip, and Sezzle. The major companies partner with the Buy Now, Pay Later financing companies as a way to boost their sales when normally someone might not have made the purchase because they didn't have the money or access to credit. So how are Buy Now, Pay Later loans different from traditional credit cards? Well, they're actually quite similar to credit cards because they both allow you to buy something right now, even if you can't afford it at the moment. With Buy Now, Pay Later, you don't get any rewards or additional purchase protection like you might with a credit card. On the flip side, you don't need a hard credit score pull to get approved for a Buy Now, Pay Later loan, whereas you do have your credit score pulled before getting approved or denied for a credit card in the first place. If you choose a shorter repayment term with Buy Now, Pay Later, you most likely won't have to pay any interest, whereas with the credit card, you most likely would be paying a high interest fee as a new credit user. The most common reason people use Buy Now, Pay Later as an option is to make a purchase that doesn't fit into their budget. According to surveys from 2022, the most common purchases made by Buy Now, Pay Later loans were electronics, clothing, furniture, and groceries. Yes, that's right, I said groceries. If you have to put groceries on a payment plan, something is very, very wrong. These Buy Now, Pay Later companies advertise this loan plan as a way to shop without breaking your budget. But this is an absolute debt trap for struggling families who are being hit hard by the massive increases in the cost of living over the last couple of years. The most common people using buy now, pay later services are 18 to 24 years old. After that, millennials come in a close second. Buy now, pay later usage exploded for these age brackets between 2020 and 2021 and continued to skyrocket in 2022. Not everything about buy now, pay later loans is bad. There are some good reasons why people choose to use this as a payment option. Many of the buy now, pay later loans are interest-free as long as you pay them off on time, which is better than paying the high interest rates for carrying a balance on a credit card. A lot of young adults don't like the idea of having a credit card because they're worried about racking up debt. Buy now, pay later is one way of using credit without having an actual credit card. You can make a purchase without a credit check, and if it's a buy now, pay later service that reports to the credit bureaus, typically those with payment plans longer than 6 months, it could help build your credit without getting a secured credit card, as long as you make your payments on time. On the flip side, many people like these payment options because these services don't report to the credit bureaus, which means it won't hurt your credit score if you miss a payment. However, you can still get sent to collections, so don't think that making late payments or no payments at all is a free pass. There are way more cons than there are pros to buy now, pay later loans. First of all, people are more likely to blow their budgets using these loans to buy something that they can't afford in the first place. Next, over 1/3 of people who use buy now, pay later have missed payments, and over half of people using these loans have fallen behind on at least one payment. A Harvard study found that more people make late payments with buy now, pay later than they do with credit cards. Using these loans is a slippery slope. The average person who uses buy now, pay later is paying on average for 4 items at any one time. This payment option makes it super easy to find yourself in debt from overspending. Young consumers or low-income households tend to have pretty tight budgets because they typically don't make that much money. Buy now, pay later loans can get out of control because they hide how much debt you're actually taking on. If you're already living paycheck to paycheck and then you add on 1 to 4 of these loans that you have to make payments on every other week or even monthly, it's going to be even harder for you to cover all of your bills. So what happens if you don't pay back a buy now, pay later loan? Some buy now, pay later services report to the credit bureaus, but as of right now, most don't. If they do report your credit history and you don't make your payments on time, your credit score will most likely go down. Either way, if you don't repay your debt, it can be sent to collections, which can seriously damage your credit score. You just learned about buy now, pay later loans. You understand the pros and cons of these loans, how they're different from credit cards, and what happens if you don't pay them back on time. Remember, if you are buying things you can't afford, it will almost always result in financial hardship.